What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go back and test an older car that I've tested before and put it up against a car in the same category that I haven't tested yet. Today's category is the hypercar category, and for that I want to go back and test the Agera R. Now I know this is like the car that everyone says is the meta, which it is. It's the best car in the class, but the last time I actually tested this was in June of this year. That's a long time ago. Since then, I've made several changes to my steering settings. I went to direct mode. There's a lot going on there, and I learned how to drive the car a little bit better. I'm still not that great at it, but anyway, I'm going to be putting that car up against the C7 Corvette ZR1. So let's get into it, man. Let's go. All right, the first thing we need to do is test the Agera. We're going to go back and do that. Let me show you my previous test time on this. It is 118.439 on achieving immortality. So we're going to try to beat that. I feel like if, you know, my skills have increased enough, I should be able to get it. So let's go over to the Agera. Let's see here, brand. And let's make sure we have the correct parts on here. Keep in mind, I do not test with Nitrochemist. We usually test with an XP set like this one here. There we go. And now we take it out to achieving immortality, which is in the Lamborghini playlist. That's a test that I run for hypercars specifically. And let's see how we do. I still have the log wheels on here. It's pretty crazy. I don't know if I should take those off or not, but let's see what we can do, man. First try with the Agera. God, it holds so much speed around that corner. Just unreal lateral G stats for this car. Don't even have to take the corner cut with that because of how good it is. This is the king for a reason, man. Absolutely insane. We don't even have to slow down for that. Let's see if we can keep it. I think we can probably do that better. We might have to rerun it, but we're gonna see what we can do here. Absolute insanity on corners, man. I'm gonna work this NOS to try to get this thing up to top speed here, going up the hill. We'll get it there. Here it is, dude. What's the final time? An 18.6. 18.697. So we're actually 2/10 off what my best time is with the Agera R. I think we could do that shortcut a little better. Let's rerun it. Let's see what we got. Woo, on the second attempt, we ran a 118.408. It's gonna get better. We're gonna keep running. Oh my God, we're getting better, baby. 118.029. We are right there, knocking on the door of a 17. And it would be the only, like, the second car to run a 17. Anyways, I've swiped pretty good on this one. This was probably like my 10th or 11th attempt. I can't remember. I lost count. But this is what I've got, a 118.028. I don't want to move on to that next car. I want to see what this ZR1 can do on achieving immortality. All right, if you don't know which car I'm talking about, it's this one here, the Corvette C7 ZR1. This is a car I've never touched before, which means it doesn't have any pro settings on it either. So these first couple of runs are going to have to be about figuring out the right pro settings for the car, making sure it feels good and giving it the right tune, and then we can actually go for a really good time. So I'm going to just skip to the part where I go for a really good time. You guys don't need to see me testing things and cursing and figuring out, you know, what this car needs to be, how this car needs to be adjusted. So anyways, let's just fast forward to that. All right, so the car's front end was super bouncy, and I think it had to do with the suspension being a little bit too loose. So all we did with the pro settings is increase the stiffness in the front end, give it some camber on both the front and the rear, and then increase the ARBs for like the weight transfer. Basically, the car feels really good now. I ran a 19.3 just now, but I'm going to sweat it again until I get the best possible time so that we can compare this directly to the Agera R in this video. All right, here we go. Gas on 2. Shift to second immediately to get traction to engage here. And then get behind this Bugatti for some slipstream. One's super wide. All right, here we go. Stay a little to the right. Keep the arrows behind me for maximum drag bump into this corner. Oh my God, stay pretty close to 270 on that corner, which is amazing. Very, very good. Very good, actually. I'm surprised by this car. I'm not gonna lie. It's got some good characteristics. Oh, I turned in a little early. I hit so many things. All right, we gotta restart. All right, that wasn't the cleanest shortcut there, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to probably rerun this. Let's see what the time ends up being. Oh my gosh, went super wide. All right, bad angle, bad angle. All right, this might be it. Let's see what we got on the time. 18. Oh, just in the 19s, bro. 19.213. I don't remember what my first time was. I'll be honest. Woo! And there it is, dude. 19.009. And to be honest with you, I felt the same way about this run as I do with the Agera run. They were both similarly sweated. I think this is a pretty good indication. So we have a 19.009. The Agera was like an 18.0. It's 1 second off on this particular course. The car handles beautifully, man. I think I've been missing this car. It handles really, really well. It seems to take the corners, you know, not as fast, obviously, as the Agera. That's the king, but it does pretty well. All right, let's move over to Legendary versus Rivalry with the Agera up first. All right, so this is like really embarrassing. I just ran a pretty terrible run. Like by my standards, I would say this is a bad run. I missed a few gutters. I wasn't connected to some of the turns and all that stuff. And it was a 2:18.068. My best time back in June, so again, not that long ago, 5 months ago, was a 2:19.6. I ran a 1.6 seconds faster, and this was a bad run, according to me. We got to rerun it. I can do better. All right, even better. A 2:17.366. I mean, it's just way better. I'm way better at this car than I used to be. At 19.6, again, was my record. So at 17.366 is where I'm at right now with the Agera R. Let's change this on the spreadsheet and see where it is for the Agera's ranking. All right, that moves it into third. And to be honest with you, let's just put all the cards on the table. I think I could do better. I literally think I can do better with Legendary versus Rivalry. It's just going to take some time for me to learn the car more since being on direct mode. So anyways, this puts it in third in terms of its overall test times. Let's see what the ZR1 does now. All right, here we go, man. Let's see what we got here. Shift to second. Oh, the acceleration's not as good as the Koenigsegg, man. Feels like it hooks up a little bit, but it doesn't have as good of acceleration. Let's see where it is on this first corner. All right, not too bad. That gutter was nice and clean. That one I struggle with the Agera, which is weird because it's a gutter that doesn't really. I fell out of that one. Theoretically, guttering with this car should be slightly easier. The Agera's tough, man. It's a good guttering car, but that's only if you know how to handle it. And I apparently don't even know how to handle this one, dude. We're about 2 to 3 seconds behind the Agera's pace. Let's see how we finish this up. Again, the car handles well. Like, I don't see it understeering too much. I would say that's the thing that it has going for it the most. Yeah, it's a 20. So really a bad race. Let's go back and do it again. All right, I know you can't see this on the video, but I've been at this for quite a while, and I cannot break 20. I've got a 220.485. I don't remember. It's been so long that I've been testing this. I don't remember what my first one was. I think it was like just over 20, and I said it was kind of a bad run. I missed a few gutters. I cannot for the life of me get this car to run faster than 220. And it's kind of frustrating because I know that someone more skilled than me probably could, but fair is fair, man. It's a versus competition between this ZR1 and the Agera R, and the Agera R smacks it. Like, it's not even close. I don't even know if this is viable in a grand race, but we're going to test it out. Anyways, let's get to that, dude. All right, so originally I was going to take this on one of those routes where you have like 3 hypercars. We've had that this week, which is the first time I think ever we've had a single spec grand race, which is kind of weird. But basically, that's main stage only, which means it's European hypercars only, and we're testing out a Chevrolet, which is an American hypercar. So with that said, I can't take them on the same race to compare them directly. And because you guys have seen me use the Agera R in like a bunch of races, I'm just going to do the C7 for this one, the ZR1. So I waited for another playlist to pop up, which is Racing Hypercar AGP. And we're going to run that C7. So hopefully it's got decent top speed, because the end of this one is like all top speed. I just hope it goes to like at least 300. Otherwise, I'm going to be in for some pain at the end of this route. So anyway, let's see how this goes, man. It's up number 2 right now. We got the T50 first, starting in 10th. Okay, not too bad. Hopefully this start is okay. Hopefully we don't get caught in something weird. Want to make sure we get away clean. So far, so good. We're going to need some NOS here after this first right-hander. Oh, we're going to get put in the wall. It's all right. It's all right. We're going to keep going. Keep going. We got to stay positive. We're in trouble here. We're in trouble of missing out on this front group. We got to get going. There you go, Carlos. Let's hit that NOS button, baby. We got block sits in first, which we've seen this guy before. Raced him on a number of occasions. We just need to not get blocked here. Get a little bit of slipstream action happening. We got a Ferrari and a couple of Ferraris here. Guys, we need you. I need you. All right, we got Carlos. Let's go, dude. You and me. Uh-oh. Oh, come on, Trigger. Hit the gutters, dude. Come on, Carlos. I need some slip, dude. There we go. All right, now let's stay on the course. This is kind of a weird one. The road is a little bit hidden here. Hopefully I can lead him through. We can use the slip to get back to block sits and hopefully be in contention when we get to the ZR1. A little bit of a cut there. There's another one here coming up. If you've got it, go for it, Carlos. Oh, he doesn't know this part. Into hypercar we go. Now, this is the part where Carlos is probably going to be in an Agera. Man, the handling is nice. I will say that. This car handles very well. Oh, no. What happened? Oh, my God. I wasn't paying attention, and Carlos must have hit a wall or something. Let's see. Can we do anything to catch block sits? I don't know. This is an interesting car, man. See, on the Agera, I for sure would have lost the back end on that. It feels much more stable. Obviously, it doesn't have the same handling as the Agera. Okay. It's feeling okay, though. All right, this is where if we did have a slipstream partner, we could tell what the top speed is going to look like, but we don't. So we're going to have to baby this NOS all the way up to whatever the top speed is and see what it is. Well, actually, it's not too bad here. And we end here. Okay. Actually, that wasn't the top speed section I was thinking of. So it is what it is, man. And now we can go. We're at 6.8 behind block sits. He had himself a nice race. I'm not catching anyone on this section. This is just not my section. Unless he goes off the road. Which, you know, we can hope for. We can hope for. No offense to block sits, but, you know, I hope you crash, bro. So this is a tough section here. Very tough section. We're just gonna lock it in, bro. All right, we've knocked off about a second. But I just don't think we're going to be able to knock off 5 more seconds. The end is right here, man. We've made it to the end. Bloxis is going to keep his lead. Nicely done, man. GG's, of course. Of course. I really would have liked to have seen the ZR1 on that one. I think the real strong suit with that ZR1 is the handling, and that's sort of the case with the ZR1 in other classes as well. So it doesn't surprise me that it does the same thing in Hyper. We have a couple of other Chevrolet hypercars that handle really well as well, and the lateral G stats tend to be a little bit higher on those Chevys, and the top speeds usually are not that good. I really would have liked to have seen it in Slipstream. I'm gonna go ahead and test that before we end the video. All right, Trigger from the future here. I just tested the top speed. It goes 306 with Slipstream. That's crazy. And 313 with NOS. That is insane. That's almost on the level of like the Noble M500 in terms of top speed. This might be a viable car. Anyway, I'm gonna keep using it actually in the grand races and just see how it goes. So anyway, tune into one of my streams to figure that out. All right, back to it. I think the car is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to drive. I just don't think it has that acceleration, that punch. Anyways, let me know by looking at the leaderboard that I have. I'll link it in the description down below. This is a leaderboard for all the classes. Let me know a car that I should retest, which already has a test time, and a car that does not have a test time. Put that recommendation in the comments. If you're watching the video at the end here, put that in the comments, please. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.